Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrish, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is Jam DeMatteis, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
The ants. Hello and welcome back to another week of the Comic Papers podcast, your number one source for comics news, movies, and much more. For those of you who don't know, I am Phil. Joining me as always, what's the thing's nickname? The Terror of Yancey Street, or New Jersey.
Okay, Charlie, the Professor Essa. Yes, I thought you were thinking about me, but you never know. It's just, I could see Lilith terrorizing Yancey Street.
And the Nightmare of Florida. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire. My comic book shop is actually Yancey Street Comics, so kind of technically you're right, Phil.
Really?
And Charlie.
See, this is why
It's all connected.
I didn't know that. It's super connected.
And Phil complains that I go off the cuff too much. Jeez.
No, it's always me.
I just get distracted by that pretty face, Charlie Esser. The stash is hypnotic. Anyway, okay, before we get to our main topic, I just wanted to real quickly sidebar. Just wanted to say rest in peace, Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the comedy greats this week.
I was listening to his Fantastic Four bit the other day, and it is truly beautiful. And honestly, I think we missed the best Reed Richards there in Norm Macdonald. He would have made a fantastic Mr. Fantastic.
The clips were floating all over the internet today this week.
Yeah.
Just, him on Celebrity Jeopardy, him doing Weekend Update, where his ongoing joke was Frank Stallone. Because I think it was the day he died. The day he died, there was like people were all over the internet. Where was Frank Stallone today?
Yeah,
And
he was. Yeah,
I was gonna say I saw a meme today, and then they were like, "Oh, Norm would approve of this." It was him sitting at the Weekend Update desk going, "Breaking news: I'm dead." And they're like, "Norm would approve of that."
Yeah, he would. One thing I remember him, and one of the reasons he was so good at Burt Reynolds, because as he said, he liked Burt Reynolds because Burt Reynolds wasn't an actor. He would just come in to any role and he would just be Burt Reynolds. And that's what Norm Macdonald did. It's like he didn't do a character. He just came in and was Norm Macdonald, except I guess when he was being Burt Reynolds or when they made him do a character. But those characters were just variations on Norm Macdonald for the most part. And
oh yeah.
Only true 90s kids remember the Norm Macdonald show. There, I said it.
Yeah.
I remember. I loved him on what was that? What was that show he was on with the janitor from Scrubs? Played his brother. He was cool. That was The Middle.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good show. Norm Macdonald guest starred on that. And and it's funny. It's another situation. Well, not funny. I mean, Norm might find it funny. I don't know, but apparently he's been struggling with cancer for a decade, and finally succumbed to it. And it just goes to show you, not every person makes a big story about them being sick and dying.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Chadwick. It was their personal thing. They were dealing with it, and it's kind of fitting. I don't know. I guess that these great men both didn't make it about them. They didn't do a whole thing so that everyone would say, "Oh, this and that."
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick. But yes, Norm Macdonald had a big impact. Great comedian.
He was.
Yes. All right, so should we get to our topic for tonight? The Hawkeye trailer also released. Was that the beginning of the week?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Were those hearing aids I saw? Or
what?
Was that just
yeah, well, that's the thing. It could be, that's the thing.
trying to be all comic book accurate now. Sure, MCU.
Well, what it is what I'll say is, they never have bothered to show us, oh, there's a thing in their ear that they can talk, even though they're constantly talking to each other constantly. They never actually showed us.
Doesn't Jeremy only have 52 minutes of total runtime in the whole MCU or something ridiculous like that?
Or I wonder if it's
52 minutes of perfect runtime. So,
says you.
Are we saying a hearing aid? I was going to say, is it going to be like?
I hope him and Kate do a little like sign language. I think that would be pretty neat.
Well, I was going to say, I wonder if they did. I wonder if they're going to say he like lost part of his hearing during Endgame at the end there. Like when Thanos.
There was a lot of bombs going off, and
they were in the building when Thanos blew it up. I mean.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, yeah, it's entirely possible he has gotten damaged between Sokovia falling and there's a lot he's been through. But yeah, we have a trailer for this show that's set at Christmas time.
Yeah, first episode drops the day before Thanksgiving. So
yeah, well, of course, because you got to get ready for that's the official start of the Christmas season. So
that's the Walmart.
Black Friday.
It's July.
Well, I mean, like
it's September. You drunk?
I mean,
I know. I'm just saying. I've been seeing Christmas stuff since July.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not okay. You're missing. It's not about when they start selling stuff. It's about when people get excited about stuff. It's like heck, they were selling back to school stuff back in June. So I don't know anymore.
Exactly.
But people get excited. Right after Thanksgiving, that's when it's like, hey, okay, next one's Christmas. Next one's the big holiday for all the marbles.
Well, yeah, especially Friday, yeah.
Everything is red and green, and it's just we're going to spend all of our money on stuff we don't need for people we don't like. So that's the goal,
Hashtag single life.
Yeah. But,
not you kids, I love you.
No. I'm talking about other people.
Oh, speaking of high ticket,
society as a whole, which seems very dysfunctional from all the memes I read. That's all I'm saying. I only know about other humans from memes. I know my life is perfect with loving and wonderful people, but as far as I can tell, everyone else's life is just fakakta. So,
enough of those Italian words.
I don't even know.
Mad because Danielle didn't teach you that word.
No, I know. I'm joking.
You can be serious without your pants on.
But no. Speaking of high ticket presents for Christmas, how much do you think tickets for Rogers the Musical are going for?
Oh yeah, and that's
priceless. That's an NFT waiting to happen.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say about Rogers the Musical. I don't know if I need Rogers the Musical or if it's best if it be a chorus, because you can see it's like a Hamilton thing. We can get Lin-Manuel Miranda back for it. The guy's on retainer, and you could get him in a weekend to throw together a Rogers the Musical, or at least 6 good songs for the concept album.
I mean, think about it. Disney's brilliant. If there's enough uproar about, hey, we need a Rogers the Musical, yeah, they could throw one.
They're like, guess what? We already got one, bitches.
Well, here's one thing I'm going to say. Since the Baby Yoda debacle, Disney has started getting much more aggressive in figuring out what is going to be the next big thing. That's why there are already Morris plushes and Morris T-shirts out there,
especially with Marvel stuff.
Yeah, so they realized they missed out on Baby Yoda. They're not going to miss out again. So it would not surprise me if something does exist as far as a completed Rogers the Musical, and it would not surprise me if that is not an extra we get at some point. Like maybe that'll be after the thing, like on New Year's Eve, it's going to drop Rogers the Musical, and they're going to be selling the CDs. That's going to be, I'm trying to remember some Hamilton songs, but
they're selling what? We don't do that here.
Rogers.
It's all Apple Music, Spotify. We'll be streaming it.
Hey, people are still buying, and you especially people are still buying solid state media. Black Widow is selling great as Blu-rays, as it turns out. So
legal Blu-rays or bootleg Blu-rays? That's what I want to know.
Well, according to the thing I saw, it was legal. So, fine.
They'll make it an album because that's the hip thing to do. They'll put out the album on vinyl.
Press it onto vinyl.
Vinyl, yeah, for all the hipsters.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and they'll sell for $10 each, but they'll only make 1,000, and so overnight they're gonna go.
Scalpers, get ready! Get your bots ready.
eBay, they'll be $500. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then after the people are buying them for $500, they'll do a second printing, and then it's gonna. Well, that's not the original one, and there's slightly different cover art, because you got to give the nerds what they want, and what they want is something that they can say, "This is precious."
And you really want to make the stuff go up in price. I mean, do you shell out the money and get Chris Evans to come back to star in Rogers the Musical?
Chris make an actual.
Chris Evans. Every day.
I think it's telling who didn't come back for What If.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Robert Downey Jr.
So Robert Downey Jr. decided not to. Chris Evans, and part of that they were always there, but at this time they were saying, we're done. And really, that's part of me wonders if that was kind of the thing with Scarlett. There is she didn't do that, and so why are we going to talk to you about this? When you're doing the negotiations. Yeah.
I don't think she was even offered it between us hands, but that's a whole nother. That's
another possibility too. Because that's a thing. I do think that might be how they introduce the next Black Panther. Is when What If 2 comes out and they want to do something with Black Panther, they're going to get another voice, and it'll be, oh wow, that's an actor who looks a little like Chadwick Boseman. Interestingly enough, but anyway, that's a whole other topic. We're talking about Hawkeye.
Meanwhile, you have to pry the MCU from Mark Ruffalo's cold dead hand.
Exactly.
Oh.
Arm swinging all. Take me to. You can bury me in my sweet, sweet cold Marvel money.
Yes. Yeah, hey, even Jon Favreau's still hanging out, man.
Oh, true. Yeah, but I mean, he can.
He's a company man through and through. They both scratched each other's backs enormously on that. So.
And I mean,
he's still out there making Lion King 1.5. The live action remake.
That's what I was gonna say. Not only is he happy, but I mean, they could always ask him to direct any of these TV shows.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because he did the Mandalorian. So
Bet you ain't gonna take no more advice from Donald Glover about that Baby Yoda though.
I was gonna say, I mean,
did you read that article?
No, I was gonna say nothing. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it was Don Glover that convinced him about the whole Baby Yoda thing to keep the secret and all that.
Well, I'm sure
you won't be in any Spider-Man movies again, buddy.
Disney's gonna keep him in perpetuity now. Just he created Baby Yoda for that.
Yeah, but this Hawkeye series. Another thing that is it's tangentially related to Hawkeye is poor Vincent D'Onofrio having to tell people to stop reading into his tweets about how he liked being King. Quit saying he's got to be in it. He's got to be in it because I really think it really bothers these actors when people are constantly saying, admit it, admit you're in the movie, admit you're in this thing, because either they're not in it, and every time they say no, people get mad at them and say, you're lying.
Well, especially
if they say...
Especially if you're not in it, I'm sure that gets sick. You get sick of hearing, you're in it, just admit it.
All y'all want him to be in it. Meanwhile, I'm like, Christopher Meloni came back to the Law and Order franchise. I'm waiting, Vincent. I'm waiting.
On Criminal Intent.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what his relationship with Wolf is, so I can't say.
Nobody knows what their relationship with Wolf is unless your name's Mariska, okay?
Oh, my.
Yeah.
That's the only guarantee. Maybe Ice-T.
Talk about talking about yanking a franchise out of their cold dead hand. Season 20 was it? Season 21? Season 22?
Well, to be fair, now it's a new one, so I mean, as an ongoing process, yes, but but they are within the same universe. But as is Hawkeye.
I just find it weird that they named it Hawkeye, because I just feel like he's gonna die or something in the second episode. They're tired of Jeremy. I'm just saying.
Well, first off, how could anyone be tired of Jeremy?
Oh my!
He's beloved.
He's not beloved, darling.
Oh, okay.
That man's a menace to society.
Oh my!
That's why I'm like, I'm just waiting. Like, are they gonna just kill this character and be done with it finally, or
and
not?
That's what
I had no idea. I had not heard any scandals about him. So, but then again, I don't hear the scandals.
And did he have something with his wife or something?
That too.
Oh, that too. What else was there?
Google is free.
Oh,
after you guys listen to this, go ahead and Google Schmogel. I'm not here to be putting out, slander, because I do love the character, not so much the actor.
Okay, well then, so maybe they're gonna kill him. And then they'll already have the new Hawkeye right there, so it all works out.
Exactly. Like, I only care about Kate. I'm just gonna be honest, and all the friends she makes along the way, and however that sets it up for the next spinoff. Because I just feel like that's where we're going. The trailer gives me vibes.
Or they don't kill him and they just have him retire.
Yeah,
because he's gonna be a broken old man
Hawkeye
with a hearing
is the whipping boy of the MCU when Hulk's busy, so naturally he's gonna actually buy the farm. Okay.
I know you're cold and dead inside, Little Hellfire, but are they really?
I mean, Nat's not even around, and that was his only real friend.
I know.
I
know. But no, I mean, I know you're cold and dead inside, but you really think they're going to kill him off as he's trying to get home to his family for Christmas? Are they?
Hell yes, because we're getting dark, baby. According to Moon Knight sources, we're going dark, and it might just start here.
This isn't Moon Knight.
I'm just saying they're trying to be a little more like dark and realistic, maybe is the word, grounded. So yeah, kill somebody off. It happens every time, all the time. It can happen in a Marvel show.
I mean, sure, they can kill him off. They killed off Quicksilver.
Was there
exactly?
Is it just because of the footage they used, or is there a reason why we didn't see the wife in the trailer?
There's a reason. They're already dead.
No. Are they going to be like separated or something? Maybe they'll come back.
Of course, that's the scheme. That's the scheme.
Well, yeah. I mean, think about it. It's like, she comes back after 5 years being snapped and be like, okay, you know what? I would have understood if you had moved on to someone else or even got married. It was 5 years. You thought we were dead. But instead, what did you do? No, you just went out and started killing human beings. Yes, they were bad people, but you killed many human beings.
Look, let's be
If
honest.
you're married to Hawkeye, you're kind of a terrible person anyway.
Oh, you expect it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, a comic book canon, yeah, you kind of expect it.
Hawkeye was killing people for S.H.I.E.L.D. Bows and arrows aren't like weapons that you wound people with.
I know.
They are weapons for killing.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would say, could you just use a gun? Please, we know you know how to use them. We know you have perfect aim. Just use a gun. It's not going to hurt you. I want to be cool. I want to shoot arrows.
Yeah, but it's Hawkeye, too. I mean, you don't know what's on the end of those arrows. I mean, we even saw in the trailer, he hands her an arrow, blows up the van. So,
Oliver Queen called and he would like his shtick back. Thank you.
What? Oh.
Little boxing glove, I'm going to sue. I'm going to sue for emotional distress.
Anniversary.
But what's important in that scene is he says, no, not that one. That's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And then she does the explosive arrow and says, you have Arrow's more dangerous than that. And of course, because he's got his Gamma Killer. He's got his Hulkbuster Arrow that Bruce Banner designed for him.
Put it through his head.
And said, okay, Hawkeye, just so you know, because Hulk, he's going to be thinking, Professor Hulk even, he's going to be thinking two-dimensionally there. He's like, you know what? I got this going now, and if I ever need to, this is how you can kill me. I actually figured it out. This will do it. And this time, I mean it.
And they're using the Matt Fraction series logo. So, are those guys Tracksuit Mafia?
Yes. Heck yeah, baby.
Yeah. Yes. Oh,
yeah. It's even what is it?
If only James Gandolfini was still alive. If only
his son's alive.
I was gonna say, get the.
That's true, and he is doing the fingers crossed.
Yeah, he's doing the Saints of Newark. Yeah.
Yep.
The young Tony Soprano. On how he became a natural
I hope
leader.
It's a lot of action. I hope they didn't show all the action in the trailer. I feel like Hawkeye might be a slow snooze. I don't know.
Because it'd be like a spy.
I get the feeling it's gonna. I think the first episode is gonna be slow.
Yeah,
unless they open it up unless they do because there's two ways they can do a Falcon Winter Soldier thing, like where you start off with that big action piece, and then you go back to being kind of more grounded for a little bit, and you'll get another big action piece for a while. Or they could start it out with just him and his kids out, and they're like, it could be everything we see in this is from that first episode. You never know, because for example, when we see the break-in at the auction, we assume that is Hawkeye, but that could be anyone. That could be freaking the 10 Rings. That could be some person who is somehow a lead pin of the entire organized crime of the city of New York. It could be any group of people breaking through that wall to disrupt other villains' activities. So we don't know what that's going to be yet. And so it's possible most of what we've seen will be in like the first episode, but also maybe not. My biggest
it's
question
6 episodes,
is,
right? That's what we know so far.
Do we know that?
Oh, that's
I'm just assuming from.
Well, Falcon Winter. Well, yeah, mostly. Loki and Falcon Winter Soldier were. WandaVision was what, 9?
Okay. Loki was 6 episodes? It seems like there was more.
Yeah, no, Loki.
Weren't they a little bit longer, though? They were a little bit longer in length.
Yeah, okay.
Hey-oh.
It's the horns.
And Ray likes it long.
Nice. Oh, you guys better scoop up your Loki alligator variants at Hot Topic. They're selling out fast, apparently.
I'm sure they are.
Don't be an eBay sucker!
See, now there's one that probably blindsided Disney a bit. It's like, wow.
The alligator? I'm just like, well,
Well, yeah, according to my...
It's the cute animal.
According to my TV app, if it's accurate, sometimes they aren't. But yeah, it looks like it might only be 6. So, well, you figure if it starts the week before or the day before Thanksgiving, it probably runs probably like right up to Christmas or something.
To the end of it.
Yeah.
And then we get the secret Rogers the Musical on New Year's Day.
New Year's Day! Watch it before your husband hogs the TV for football.
Think about that. It's like, yeah, because you're gonna have all Thanksgiving weekend to watch the first episode of Hawkeye, and then
pick it apart. Have all the nerds going. Well, actually, see, it's okay. I'm that nerd. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't act all high and mighty, little fella.
Oh, I remember when I used to pick apart Arrow like scene by scene when I cared.
Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. Okay, so
what?
The day it drops is the day before Thanksgiving. That's November 24th. So that's like a month before Christmas. So is it possible? Could they drop like the first 2 or 3 episodes the first day?
Maybe 2. I don't think they'll do 3.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, because if you
they could always double up that last episode too, though.
Yeah. So the first one is on the 24th. The second one is on the 1st, then the 8th, the 15th, so that's 4, 22, and 29. That's 6.
Okay.
And, yeah, so...
After Christmas. Okay.
January 5th. That's when Rogers the Musical drops. So, unless they do it New Year's Day, which is a Saturday. New Year's Day is a Saturday, guys.
Yeah.
Boo! You don't get paid. Well, you do, but
Hey, do you get paid on
I was
the
gonna say they're
third?
not going to pay
depending on where you work.
They're not going to give you off and pay
Well,
for New Year's
yeah.
Eve. Before?
I mean, there's some people who
I
pay
get
for
paid
nothing.
regardless.
Yeah, I mean,
on vacation either way, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, if you're a company that observes a paid January 1st holiday, usually they will give you the 5th.
I don't know. It's not safe to say anymore, to be honest. I've seen companies cutting back like crazy. And
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, lots of companies
That's
will.
why they're losing employees.
Well,
Give
boy,
me my
yeah.
federal 10 and my 2 floaters.
Well, you know, it is as it is.
I'm actually a little excited. I wasn't really excited for Loki, but it was good. I wasn't really excited for WandaVision, and that's a little dense. I wasn't expecting that from WandaVision, honestly. What If has been pretty good, so welcome Falcon and Winter Soldier. I still don't know how I feel about that. It's got issues.
Yeah,
So,
well,
I don't know.
doesn't in this day and age.
You just have issues with John Walker.
It's not even that. It's Bucky.
Really?
What don't you like about? You don't like the Bucky they did?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I know. I need to leave.
You like the long, luxurious-haired Bucky. I know.
Call me old
My Lilith locks it long.
You need that cover girl.
No, I just don't feel like the
flip.
dynamic was given enough justice. So I just hope that they kind of correct that in season 2 and don't have them chasing after Sarah. Like, I don't want that to be the main focus and stuff like that. They got other stuff to do.
Well, they have to have a MacGuffin. You can't just have them not have a MacGuffin.
Well,
Did we just kill the MacGuffin already?
I think the movie is going to be the next thing for Falcon or Captain America.
Oh, yeah,
the
that is
movie.
true.
The movie's well. If rumors are to be true, maybe Bucky's not even in that movie. I don't know.
Possible.
Maybe
But we need a season because movies just don't do it anymore. For that specific dynamic of Sam as Captain America, it deserves another.
Well, yeah.
season
I
too.
mean, all the movies are in between 2 and 3 hours. You do a series, yeah, you're getting at least 6.
Yeah. Well, you know.
But I only care about Kate. Is the point? Like, I don't even know why we're pushing Jerry.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about Haley Steinfeld? I mean,
Well, Chef's Kiss is
mean,
she's amazing.
Man, she looked okay. I don't know enough of her work, but you know,
I have to see her poses to know if she's actually doing her own stunt work. We can't be pulling those Stephen Mills around here.
We know that she falls. She's not doing a very good pose, and she falls through the window and just kind of lands on her head.
Beginner's bad luck. It's fine.
Yeah, you know.
that's why
Well, and also not a superhuman. You know, it's like not a super soldier, just a normal person who is going to get beat up a lot and get hurt a lot. And that's not fun. That's not fun.
There is definitely stuff we didn't see in the trailer because remember Black Widow movie, you know who's coming is going to be in the Hawkeye series.
Well, they said
but
that,
we've already
Lena
seen the BTS pics, so
yeah. But I'm just saying, so yeah, we definitely haven't seen everything. So,
oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. I think we might have seen in the trailer just stuff from episode 1. You know, so
she's going to capture Hawkeye. Kate's going to have to save him. You know.
Yeah, anything's possible. You never know. And, you know, there could be a training montage, you know, or it just ends with the whole thing at the end. Or the first episode is just going to see Rogers the Musical. You know? And for what it's worth.
Well, I mean, it looks like that probably is the first episode because it looks like he's taking his kids to see it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually, here's the thing, is why probably his wife and him are still together, is he does say he'll be home by Christmas.
Yeah, he does say hun, yeah.
So so it's clearly that, you know, because you could say, oh, you know, he's just got custody of the kids, you know, to go into the city and have a nice time out, and his wife just, and that's like his weekend with them is the pre-Christmas weekend. But then he sends them back when things start to get hot. And then he's talking to her later and saying, "Yeah, I'll be back by Christmas.
I'll be home for
So, yeah,
Christmas.
sure,
I'll be home by Christmas, dear. I just have to spend the next couple of days in New York with a teenage girl."
Yeah, well, hey, for what it's worth, she was cool with Nat too. So, and I think Jeremy Renner is going to be kind of like
Yeah, but that was a work friend. That was a work friend. Come on.
They're all work friends. This isn't found family. This is coworkers that barely stand each other.
They were friends from work.
Yes, Thor thought they were friends.
Strongest Avenger.
Thor was, these are my best friends.
I love when they replay Ragnarok on TV. Strongest Avenger. He's like, It's like, oh, damn you, Stark. Point Break.
Yes. Well, why that would, I don't even know.
It was Tony Stark.
I know, but why is that the passcode? Why is the, shouldn't the passcode be like...
He knew it annoyed Thor, so Tony Stark made that.
No, but why would he know that would be... I don't know. It's if you think too deep into it, it all unravels. So let's not think too deep.
It was a callback. That's all.
Yes. But yes, Point Break. That's fine. But
it could be worse. It could have been Men in Black International.
Oh.
Yeah, talking about the cartoon series because that was
that movie.
Really
number 3 with what? Chris Hemsworth?
No, it's number 4, huh?
Oh, was it? Oh,
it was their soft reboot. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. Do you think that scene we see at the end with Kate and Clint falling backwards towards the water, shooting the grappling hook arrows, do you think that's the final scene in the series, or do you think that's part of a training montage?
Training montage all day, or it could be the opening shot. Who knows? We could start Mesray on a mission. Who knows?
And that is always the thing. They actually could do a lot of stuff in flashbacks.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did we get here? Well, our story starts.
Exactly.
And then
I feel like that's the show that I want to see. Very corny. Lead into like the A-Team and like, MacGyver and like Magnum PI. Like, I just feel like that's the vibes.
That's
well, I also think that might actually work with the material where you just have the different narrators and just sort of Rashomon it a bit.
Well, this is what I actually saw. This is what actually happened.
Very first scene in the first episode, they're tied up in a warehouse or a basement. It's like, well, how did we get here? Then you flash back 3 days earlier or something, and then you start from there.
And then
your classic action show. That's what they're aiming for.
And then if you do that, episode 3 is totally from Lucky the Pizza Dog's perspective.
Oh, nice.
And we all know that is what we're actually waiting for.
Now, if only they could just go to the West Coast and find Jeff the Land Shark. All that ass.
Well,
there's gonna be like a stuffed animal shark or something.
If it's not, we riot.
No, well, that was the saddest part. Was that why can't they let land sharks out on Krakoa? I don't like you mutants. You're bad.
He can go be buddies with King Shark. It's fine.
It's a different universe.
Yeah, Lil, come on.
It was a joke. Jesus.
Oh,
don't be those nerd guys. Don't do that.
Actually, Lilith, that's actually a different universe.
Actually, that's from the DC multiverse.
No, I'm just mad about the mutants because they're like awful people.
God, don't worry.
Of course they are. Xavier's their leader. He's a creepo.
Don't worry, they're gonna get there soon. Inferno.
Yeah. All the mutants go to heck.
Oh my.
That's how it happens. Yeah.
Language.
I mean, there's only so much you can do with this. That's one of the Russos' daughter plays Clint's daughter in this, correct? And she was it's like the first time we've had Christmas together in forever.
Well,
and of course, well, no, she says like forever. She doesn't stay for 5 years because obviously and really maybe she's not even thinking about like the last 5 years, because what does she know about that? She is thinking, you know what? Every Christmas you're on a mission.
He's in Budapest.
He's in Budapest all the time. And,
being a poser.
Being a poser, and, just he's never home for. And now, finally, because again, it's like, which is why I actually think if they're going to write him out, it's actually going to be a retirement write out. It's not going to be a.
Yeah, that's a Christmas story. Come on, Lil.
Yeah, well, yeah, because, why kill him? It's unnecessary. It's.
I mean, if he's willing,
and maybe that's why they'll do
back at any point if you want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, I guess.
You can always have him making a phone call every, season 2 when it's just her. She can call him on the phone and be like, "Hey, I need some advice," something.
You can just listen to a saved voicemail. That's all I'm saying.
Here's what I'm going to say: if you kill him off, then you can't do an old man Hawkeye. And Jeremy Renner's ready.
Honestly, do MCU fans even care about Hawkeye? I feel like the answer is no.
Well, he's getting a Wastelanders series, so I don't know.
Well, she means the movie fans.
MCU fans specifically.
It's hard to say. I find the character endearing.
And again, as I've said, he's only had 52 minutes of screen time in like the 5 it's crazy. That's crazy.
And they're really good. He's the one who pep talks Scarlet Witch, man, and gives
most of that was Scarlet Witch.
That's his 5 or 6 times a hero speech, It's also cool.
5 or 6 times exactly, and then you're like Quicksilver.
Oh.
But it's like
we'll see how great their relationship still is. I guess if he lives, this is not so bad. If he dies, I told you so.
Yeah. Oh my! All right, should we get to the comics?
Yes. So not too many comic books this week, actually, that weren't bat related.
Yes. Lots of bat books this week.
What the F?
Bat books?
Who wants to throw something out?
I'm pulling up my list. Hold on. You guys can go.
Guys, a question. Last week, did I talk about Vincent Price meets Elvira?
Yes, I believe maybe on Super Connectivity you might have.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking for because I only got 3 books this week, and all of them are Marvel. I don't have an indie book of the week this week, so.
Oh my.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk King the Conqueror? King of the Conqueror. King of the Conqueror number 2. Electric Boogaloo. So, for those who don't know, when last we left Kang, he had gone back in time. Well, and this is like Iron Lad Kang, or maybe a variant of Iron Lad Kang, where it's sort of like the Iron Lad backstory, and he got kidnapped by an older Kang who took him back to prehistory and kind of, killed, the only humans who treated him nicely. But hey, guess who's in this episode? Moon Knight. Yes. Ravonna.
He's not gonna hear this. Knight. Well, now he might.
Yeah. And that's the big thing in this. A Ravonna variant was the Moon Knight. Ooh. And I think we're going to get a recurring Ravonna theme in this. That Ravonna is kind of like, who's that girl from Doctor Who? The Impossible Girl just kept on showing up in Doctor Who's
Clara.
life. Clara, yeah. So we're going to do a Ravonna Clara thing here. And basically he fights what's his name? Ramatut, smacking him around using his fancy new Iron Lad armor, falls in love, and then actually gets captured by Ramatut. They use which is funny because it's a phrase that they were using again. The something diode. What is it? Yeah, the ultra diode ray. Doo-doo-doo. Which I guess they say it's like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it does, but it does bad things to you. So there you got that, and they're battling, and eventually you find out that who he is fighting is actually in the other half of it, because like who because actually, oh, that's it. He captures Iron Lad and makes him his new sort of lieutenant as he wages war with someone else. And who does he dress him up as? The Scarlet Centurion.
Oh, jeez.
So that's that origin. And then they go and fight Apocalypse over there because that's the big battle. And stuff happens. And Iron Lad, he's all beaten up. So what does he do? Oh, and then of course the Fantastic Four show up and beat up Ramatut. So that's how Apocalypse takes over ancient Egypt. Actually, is Fantastic Four just kicked Ramatut out, and then he goes to Apocalypse to help him rebuild his technology so that he can go back and kill himself in the future. So we can get revenge on me.
We gotta get back
Apocalypse
to the future.
It's your kids, Kang.
Something's got to be done about your kids.
Lilith.
Okay. X-Men, The Trial of Magneto #2.
Oh,
What the frickle frackle is this?
that's what I was about to pull out. Oh my. I know.
Okay, no shade to Leah Williams. We love the Leah Williams. We love the art by Lucas Werneck, my bad. Werneck. But the characterizations are off. The dialogue choices are odd. So unless this is like put the pieces of the puzzle together, this might not be Magneto thing. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what's going on because basically.
And like Wanda's gonna stay dead. Like, come on. Of all the MacGuffins and red herrings in the world.
For some reason, Magneto doesn't want the Avengers to see Scarlet Witch's body, and then he's basically just like, yeah, arrest me, get me out of here. I did it, but he don't want them to see the body until Wanda comes swooping down, and she's like, no, I just want everything to get back to normal. And she throws herself with the Vision.
Yeah.
Okay, so
something's not right.
Something's going on.
So
your next.
So who's putting Magneto on trial? Just so I understand this.
Well, the X-Men were about to. Then the Avengers show up to take Wanda's body, and then for some reason Magneto didn't want them anywhere near Wanda's body. So
then she just comes back.
Your next Sorcerer Supreme, kids.
Mark my word. Can't have anything.
Wong is the next Sorcerer Supreme. I'm sorry.
It would be the appropriate thing. Doesn't mean it's going to be the thing that they do.
Mark my word.
He's going to get it. You mark my words. Wong will be the next Sorcerer Supreme.
We'll see.
Not in the comic books. Not right now.
No.
Not right now. Not without supervision.
Okay.
He is the supervision. We can only hope and dream. But this is finally, can we be done with Krakoa? Like, I am over it. Let's move on. Let's burn it to the ground.
After Inferno, isn't that what we're doing? Get rid of it?
Back to the 90s.
Yeah, let's get a more classic X-Men in here.
It was all for nothing.
Yeah, well,
Poor Leah Williams. She was just trying to just do this trial of Magneto. We'll find you something else to do.
It is what it is, I actually was reading Excalibur a bit, and I saw they're still doing those little dense text bits in the middle of the books. So.
Oh, they got it with Doom. They got it.
I told you called it. We made a bet.
Yeah. Well, I didn't finish it yet, but you can talk about it if you want to, because I got the gist of it.
Well, that's all you need is the gist of it, buddy. You're good.
It's Doom looking
Yeah.
for Morgan Le Fay and just dooming his way through that other world.
Doom being Doom.
Trying to find his old girlfriend, and I really don't, and I'm really confused now about like Doom's daughter with Morgan Le Fay, and where that comes into anything, because that was I think that's just in an alternate timeline. So
between that one and then the one he had in infamous Iron Man, I mean, Doom's just a horrible father.
yeah,
Well, how could he not be? He's a narcissistic a-hole.
And although it is interesting, I have this mutant baby, which is just the weirdest thing. I don't even understand what that was about. It's like, I can walk through, I've got a mutant baby. And like,
It was social commentary on something. It just wasn't very well
Of course,
done.
he didn't have time to be a good father. He's building all those horny Doombots. Remember?
The Doombots would be more competent parents. That's the irony.
well, yeah, because
Justice for Doombots. Justice for Doombots at this
as
point.
I've said, the reason why the Doombots are better Dooms is because they are Doom as he wants to see himself. They're like what Kristoff became, because they had not all of Doom's memories, but the memories that Doom wanted someone to have of him. This is how Doom saw himself.
Oh, we are the Doombots set loose in the world.
So says Master Doom.
Yeah, but that's just my take on that. So yeah,
I was gonna leave Fantastic 435 for super connectivity. I just wanted to say I loved all the variants. I actually did go back and get the Sue one like we talked about, Phil.
Gotcha.
Did you pick it up, Charlie?
of course I picked it up.
Of course,
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure because you got quiet and I'm like, did he give up?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
He's like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
life story number 4.
Oh, he didn't touch that. I knew he did.
No, actually, I did read that one. I did read that one too. Yeah, and it's actually finally an acceptable Fantastic Four story.
That's a little bit. It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's only based on the other parts that came before it. So
Yeah.
This is what I found the most interesting thing about this book. For at least my variant. Maybe your variant is different, but like the back cover is the front cover, and the front cover is the back cover, because we're going through time, man.
yeah.
Going backwards.
My Sue Storm didn't have that problem, but I have that variant too. I just didn't get the
Yeah.
60s, the 60 year. I didn't get that one. I didn't feel the need.
Oh,
Yeah, this
It's
one.
too busy. That doesn't go with my aesthetic. For
I know.
my
And
comic book
the only
variants.
thing on the back of this one is just like the list of the creators. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh. So I like this, and it's got that John Romita or John Romita Jr. art style, because he's the guy who actually draws most of this story. So I like that.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say I highly recommend it. Like I love that they've come back so triumphant. Like we were in such a desert and missing so much before they came back. Like they've just been doing such a good job with Fantastic Four.
Well, they're the founding family. Without
Okay.
a doubt.
And they finally got some respect on their name.
Oh, hey, Lil, did you read Spider-Woman 15?
It's in the pile. I didn't actually get to read it yet.
I mean, again, it's always good, but yeah, things come to a head with her brother and stuff, and yeah, interesting things with well, I guess her niece going forward. So
Oh.
I think a comment I made a few months back is gonna, I don't know if it's the new sidekick or what, but
So Spider-Woman has a niece?
well, she found the long lost brother, and yeah, that's his daughter. So yes, that would be the niece.
She has a brother? Okay. You know what? It's Spider-Woman's origin. I won't ask questions.
It's Spider-Woman number 15. Just Wikipedia it and then get caught up. I think it's a really good book. And it's not like your typical like other Spider People books either.
Yeah,
I
no.
think that's what really draws a lot of the different crowd for Spider-Woman. You might like it. It's a little more mature.
Oh, Charlie Esser around issue, what was that? 5 or 6. We got the High Evolutionary. We had the High Evolutionary in here. So.
Oh, good. He stopped by for a drink.
It's more of like, this is the thing though, like their story is very much ongoing. We don't really stop a lot. Like it just feels like one fluid story to me.
I mean, every so
anyway.
often they start a new arc, but it's just like, yeah.
But it makes sense from the last one. It's not like, oh, now we're in space. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Does she still have a baby?
Yes.
Okay. Did we ever find out who the baby's daddy is? Or no?
I thought they did in the previous series, but
Was it Tony Stark's mom? I don't know. It's
Oh!
somebody you never heard of. It's
Plot twist, it's her own kid. She made it from her rib cage.
I hear spiders can do that, so fits with the theme.
Okay, well, can we just talk about Batman 89 #2? I got the Billy D. Williams Two-Face variant, by the way.
Oh yeah, cool.
Wait, is it?
Wait, is this Batman 89?
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
How is that series?
I like it, but it's very nostalgia driven. So, and nostalgia is a hell of a drug. So I'm very much reading it through the rose-colored glasses of I hate most modern Bat books at this point. So that, to be fair, I'm just gonna be really honest with y'all. But I think it's
that's
good.
why Vite sold it.
And it's basically, to Harvey Dent saying, "We got to get rid of this Batman. He's a menace, I tell you."
Giving him his best J.J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah,
and then he gets the acid in the face.
Well, it looks like at the end he might be. It looks like car battery acid, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they're tinkering around with a lot of stuff that could have, should have been in that first Tim Burton universe, which I find very fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of it comes from the notes, is what I was reading, and stuff that got left on the cutting room floor and stuff.
Well,
That's why he looks like Billy D. Williams and
yeah, and
stuff
this,
like that.
Is Sam Hamm writing it, who wrote that screenplay. So
Yeah.
yeah. And it looks like they're bringing in who was it? Marlon Wayans was going to be Robin. Yeah, it looks like they're bringing him in. Yeah.
So it's super fascinating. He still gets paid for that stuff. Do you know that? He gets paid like on the merchandise or something.
Who?
Marlon Wayans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had to pay
I read that in a Variety article or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they had to pay him to not be in the third Batman. Was it the third Batman movie? Which, first of all, I don't know why they would have done that. I think between Billy D. Williams and Tommy Lee Jones, I think it's like, I don't think that you're trading up with Tommy Lee Jones from Billy D. Williams.
Well, definitely not the way they wrote him either. Yeah.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I mean, honestly, to me, I kind of feel like Billy D. Williams dodged a bullet on that. But yeah, I know they had to pay him like a bunch of money because he was under contract for the job. And I guess for whatever reason, they didn't have a way to fire him because he wasn't doing anything to fire him for. And so they had to pay him. They said, "We don't want to make it with you, so we're going to make it with somebody else. Here's money." And I guess he got merchandising rights on that too.
Well, no, I was talking about Marlon Wayans actually.
Marlon Wayans.
Well, you have to understand he's from the Wayans family. They're very savvy business people.
And
I'm just gonna say, I think he was one of the best things about the G.I. Joe franchise. There, I said it. Fight me in the comments. I don't care. But this book is excellent.
Franchise? Okay. Yeah.
But I'm
good.
Yeah, looks like we're getting Catwoman too.
One of my third favorite Catwoman. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, I mean there's a lot of Catwomen, so to be three is not nothing to.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the cat. But
it goes Eartha Kitt, Julie Newmar, Michelle Pfeiffer. Duh.
Yeah. Okay, but it's the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. Okay.
I mean, judging by the curves, I would say so.
Oh my!
Well, I didn't know if she had like all the hand stitched costume.
Yeah,
that's what I think for her. Yeah, that I love that. I love that as a look too. So yeah.
So yeah, I think you might like it, Charlie. Just next time you're in your comic book shop, kind of thumb through it, see if you like it.
Yeah, there's that, and they already have the first issue of Superman 78 out too. So
yeah, I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah, I liked it, but again, it's nostalgia. I hate everything modern Superman right now.
If you're a fan,
it's very cheesy. It's very cheesy.
Superman movies, they're shooting for you. Yeah,
I still don't understand why we don't have a Magia-verse in. Well, I guess maybe that's owned by freaking Universal.
Could be. Especially since it was like live action. Yeah, would Universal own that, mate?
Yeah. Well, because they own the Hulk, so I guess maybe the Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do an ongoing, it has to go through Universal. So Marvel, why'd you sell everything?
Because they were broke. They needed the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Only Disney and swooped in.
You know, hindsight is 20/20. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's just frustrating because although they're bringing Jackie McGee, I don't know. It makes me wonder how much of this stuff is out there that maybe they could make it, they just don't want to make it, and that hurts me a bit.
Oh, Phil, I just want to bring up one more thing about your most expensive purchase this week. Would you care to tell people about Batman the World?
Oh, okay.
And make sure you let them know how much it is, Phil.
Wait, this was more expensive than Fantastic Four?
The $25 hardcover, Charlie Esser.
Okay.
It's a graphic.
Sucker!
It's a bunch of short.
Hook, line, and sinker, baby. They Phil falls for it every time.
It's a bunch of short stories and each one is stories by a different creator from around the world.
Okay, so these are new stories.
Yes.
Okay, and how many pages is it?
$25, $1.
No, shut up.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It was okay.
I don't know.
I might get the hardcover. My guy will probably give it to me for half off. I might get the hardcover if he does it.
Oh. But no, I mean it's and it, like each story, wherever the team's from, that's where this Batman story is set. Bruce Wayne's traveling all over the place. Like there's France.
Remember when Batman used to be kind of sort of international? I know. I love Batman Incorporated. # stupid.
I know. I'm surprised none of them did a Batman Incorporated story.
Posers.
But yes, France, Spain, Italy, Germany, Czech Republic.
Oh, the rich white man's journey through Europe. How classic.
Poland, Mexico, Brazil, South Korea, China, and Japan. No Australia?
Ooh, they let him go to China.
Yeah.
Well, it had to be a positive story, obviously.
Well, no, they can write whatever they want, I just, it's interesting that. Well, I guess it makes sense for Bruce Wayne to be in China. They are obviously
As Bruce Wayne, big manufacturing companies. And
he's like, I need slave labor to help make my Wayne.
The orphans just aren't cutting it.
I'm producing enough orphans in Gotham anymore. What do you got in the way of orphans here in China? That's what I want to know.
Make it Wayne.
Nice.
But yes,
and any of them good at kung fu? I assume so. But
can they take
if you have some really good kung fu orphans, I'll take a couple of them back with me too.
Give me a
thing I do with them back in the States.
Can they take a blow to the head?
How do they feel about being shot?
How are they with crowbars?
Oh, got any crowbar resistant ones? Give me 2 of those.
But yeah, 184 pages. So
yeah, definitely worth it. It's just that hook, line, and sinker. Phil's a sucker. He loves it.
Well, if I was a Bat fan, I could see that being something I would purchase.
I do like that they're trying to increase their visibility with other countries and whatnot.
And it's not like I do a Batman podcast or anything, Little Hellfire.
Yeah. You can amortize. You can write all this off on his taxes.
We do?
Money from this.
That's the other feed, buddy.
We are. Oh yes, Capes and Lunatics.
We are the Batman podcast.
Capes and Lunatics sidekicks. You're home for everything. DC.
Sorry for the plug in the middle, Charlie. And of course, the other expensive Batman book this week was Urban Legend.
Oh yeah. Well,
which I think was worth every penny. I enjoyed those stories.
Oh, I mean, it's always thick. They're always thicker than normal books, but
yeah, I think it's worth the cover price for sure.
So, what did you think? I mean, we got like a couple. I mean, some of these stories were before we were doing like Red Hood stories, but now we're setting up a new Batman Beyond miniseries.
I'm excited about, obviously.
Basically,
maybe they'll learn their lesson from the last one.
Basically, old man Bruce Wayne gets killed, Charlie, and Terry's gonna have to be out on his own and finding Bruce Wayne's killer. So,
and he ain't your mama's Batman. He'll hurt you and hurt your feelings.
Is Alfred dead in that universe?
Oh yeah,
yes, long time.
Bruce Wayne was like
Bruce is like 90.
Oh, yeah, Bruce is like 80 or 90. Yeah,
I know. Well, that's the thing with butlers. They have that.
He could have been a robot, to be fair.
Lazarus Pit.
He could have been a robot, to be fair. He could have given him the old Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. That's going to be the big twist. Is that's who killed Batman was Frozen Head Alfred in the robot body. Saying, I did not want to come back, and now I can never die.
So the twist was like Gotham is like an AI now, Lilith.
I was like, we're not doing a magistrate here, are we? We're not doing another Convergence Big Brother, Big Eye, or whatever. Like,
But yeah, he had to blow up the house and the cave and everything. So, but I love this art.
We're starting from scratch, baby!
That's
Why
right.
are all these AIs so evil?
It's
the user.
It's
who
DC,
created it, you know?
And it's the DC universe.
I know, but it's like...
It's so... Why are you so dark? Are you from the DC universe?
Here, let me turn on a light for you.
Oh, we'll leave the light on for you. Oh, no.
I'm a big believer that AIs would be very nice and friendly. Because what would be their...
It's projection. It's human projection. We're so evil and twisted on the inside that we expect them to become our overlords because eventually they'll be smarter than us and take advantage of us. It's just projection.
And then we got that possible future Grant Morrison created with Damian as Batman, which I love.
That burns it all, the world to the ground. Yeah,
well, I love how we affectionately call it Batman 666 and what he's like making deals with like demons and stuff.
It's what we expect from Damian, to be honest.
Oh, he is a demon. Well, I love he just made it. I love he made a deal with some demon because it's like I guess all the enemies are dead, so he has nothing to do. So what he like brings back the Joker.
This is why Bruce should have spent more time with him. Bruce did this.
Are you saying that's an unhinged face?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That was fun, but the Batman Beyond spinoff I'm here for.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting a lot of stuff with Hellfire. Getting a Batgirl series.
Yeah, well, it's Cassie and Stephanie, so I'm super excited with Barbara and the Oracle chair, basically. So, yep. I mean, I still miss Black Canary and Huntress, but whatever, we'll deal with it.
Well, Black Canary's over in Justice League right now.
Spend this.
Exactly.
He likes Black Canary.
May she have the Jessica Jones storyline that she deserves.
Oh my!
What was that?
Somebody's got to appreciate poor old Dina.
All right. I got to ask. I know we're running long, but Lilith, did you read Justice League this week? 67, almost there. 67.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to start the project that I was talking about. Honestly, that was the inspiration.
So it's like this alien who Bendis created when he was on Superman comes to Earth, basically to try to kill Superman. He's basically tearing up the planet. And so Batman uses the Phantom Zone projector to send him into the Phantom Zone, and Superman was all mad at him. It's like, why?
Because he didn't think of it.
I guess, but it's like, they even said it's like, if his people take him and, put him in prison, we'll let him out of the Phantom Zone. So I don't know why Superman was all mad that Batman used the Phantom Zone projector.
Faux controversy for faux controversy's sake. To add to the dialogue count. Be serious, Philip.
To be fair, I mean, the Phantom Zone is not a nice place. And also, it's like, do all those criminals in the Phantom Zone need to have this, whatever, monster killer killing them?
Yeah, but they're mostly fake, aren't they? I don't think they can be hurt, so.
I don't know. I honestly, I've seen so much with what the Phantom Zone is and isn't.
Yeah.
It's come a long way from, a rolling mirror in the sky. Yeah, So, because sometimes it's like a physical place, and you're in the Phantom Zone, and you're physically there, and
go to the place.
I guess sometimes you're just corporal body, but then what is the zone? And what do they do there all day?
But yeah, again, you're right, Lilith. I mean, it's endless drama. So, oh my god, I saw the best thing on. I think it was on the internet. Was it on Twitter this week? It said, "Okay, here's the plot to every Bendis book. Established hero or team gets taken out by Bendis created villain or villainous team. The day gets saved by Bendis created hero or heroic team.
Where's Naomi when you need her? Burn. Double burn.
Oh, she's in
What are you gonna do? That was good though. But on that note, I know you boys have another show to do, so let's wrap it up.
Well, just sobering up, kids. Yes. All right. So
I'm already sober. I want to get drunk.
Drunk. Anyway. Yeah. So send your thoughts. Hawkeye trailer. Any of the comments.
Who's with me? Hawkeye must die.
They're going to come for you, Lil Hellfire. Anyway, so yes, so send your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find the link to this YouTube channel. See the venom in Little Hellfire's eyes. Find links to the Patreon. More and more stuff coming there. Find links to merch, links to everything. Yes, Little Hellfire, all in one place, and it's in the show notes, whether it's the YouTube video or the podcast. The link is down there at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And please remember, we are on our own now. We're free agents, so please, the Patreon becomes more and more important.
Marks for money!
You, me, and Sugar Bear. That's right. All right. So, Lilith Hellfire, where can people tell you their thoughts on Hawkeye and why he should not die?
Oh, if you guys want to argue with me, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, making comments and only Star Trek related content at Lilith Hellfire69.
Bye, Felicia. I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
It's called a niche.
Charlie, yes, sir.
Well, you can always write to me in that old-fashioned email way that our mothers and fathers once did at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. And of course, follow me on the Twitters. I live tweet things when I remember to, and I can get the channels in on my TV, which actually now I can't get channel 11. Now I've got to find Stargirl. At Charlie Esser, that's CharlieEsser. Look for the two E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
Thank you, Maz.
You've never lived until Maz has given you a ping. This is true.
All right, kids. Oh, and can I shout out Black Widow number 11, of course, by our friend of the show, Kelly Thompson, including that cover.
Hubba.
With the deceptive cleavage, yeah? Anyway, for another week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics!
It's all coming, kids. Venom, Eternals, Hawkeye. What does DC have? The Batman and Marvel.
Did you say turtles?
What? No. Eternals.
Did you say turtles? What?
Eternals.
Oh, Eternals. Eternals. Heroes in a half shell. Eternal power.
Turtle power!
Capes and Lunatics.